flush it down the toilet, 'cause I don't like you. My face looks like a glazed donut.
Welcome, boys and girls, to the Glazed Donut. Yes, this is the Remasters 90s edition. I know, I was all prepared to do the final box set remaster edition and be done with it. But then I had this 90s excursion, and I just have to talk about it. I was ready to do the underrated, underappreciated guitar player show, and also the Queen 2 show, which I wanted to do. I was ready for all that, but then this happened. So, of course, brought to you by Heavies. This is why this is even going on here, is because of the Heavies. The greatest headphones ever made. I'm not even going to bother to take them off anymore because, I live in them, and I have to live in them for my sanity. And I just don't want to be without them. So anyway, get you some Heavies. I know they're kind of expensive, but they are not going to be as expensive as the money that you will spend buying more music after you start listening to things in these headphones. At least for those of us who support music. And I don't have a single problem saying that with arrogance and sarcasm. I don't give a shit. Because, most people, they don't support music. And, good for you, I guess, but you're going to be the reason why we live in a world of fake music. And you might not notice things so much right now, but I assure you, you will start noticing. So support music is my point. Speaking of that, nobody gives a fuck, but come over here and support me on Bandcamp. And while we're talking about the 90s, what's over there is all the Gold Series Toast remasters. So you need to go over there and check those out. Some of them might have been recorded in the early 2000s, but make no mistake about it, man, that all came from the 90s. The greatest time to be alive, I swear. The greatest time. I don't know what decade had the most influence on me, the 80s or the 90s. I'm probably guessing it's about equal. But the 90s was the time when I had my big musical, revelation. Like, my mind was ripped open with that whole Jimi Hendrix experience I had. And came at a great time because the 90s, everything changed with the Seattle grunge stuff, and, all bands that I knew were doing different things. So it's a good time to have a wide open mind because there was so much music. I can't possibly do a deep dive on all the music from the 90s. There's too much. But anyway, so that's what happened. I had a 90s explosion. I don't know how it started. I don't know the spark that happened, but it just blew up, and I bought a lot of remasters in the past couple of months. Like, big bands for me in the 90s were Pantera, obviously. Pantera has been big for me my whole life, but in the 90s, dude, Pantera was like huge for me. All those came out remastered. I got all those when they came out. I was all over that, man. Dream Theater, there's another band, huge for me in the 90s. They don't have any remasters that I'm aware of. I don't think they have any. I'd be all over that if they did. Weezer, how about that? Weezer, that's a huge band for me, man. I love Weezer. I've always loved Weezer. The first time I saw that Buddy Holly video, man, I was like, I don't know what it is, but there's some genius about this band. And I was right. They haven't made a bad album. I've loved Weezer, from day one. King's X, how about that? King's X was, how many albums they put out in the 90s? Good Lord. They were huge for me, dude. And King's X remasters, we've talked about those, man. They're kind of hard to find, especially the early stuff, like the first album and Gretchen. You can find those, but it gets sketchy after that, you know. And they did, you know, we talked about the Gold series stuff they did with some of the later albums, but like that fourth album, the self-titled one, man, there's been nothing done to that. I don't think there's been anything done with Dogman either. Ear Candy's impossible to find, but regardless, man, King's X was huge for me in the 90s. And another band would be this one, Fate's Warning. Fate's Warning, I kind of think of the same as like Dream Theater. Like if you asked me what my favorite Dream Theater album was, I would say, you know, it's obviously going to be Scenes from a Memory, 1, and then 1B would be, I don't, you know, whatever, however I felt at that particular time. It's always 1A and 1B with Dream Theater. Same with Fates, man. This one is always going to be number 1, Parallels. 1A and 1B, and like I said, 1B could be however I feel at the time. But this one came out at a time when I had absolute, complete, and total chaos going on in my life. And this was the soundtrack to it. Every word, every note, everything about this album is the soundtrack for my chaotic early 90s experience. And, you know, this came out, I don't know, 2010 or 12 or something like that. So I've had it for a while. But having, you know, known this album, you know, for so long, hearing the remaster was amazing. It's louder, it's fuller, it's so alive, man. And I won't listen to the originals anymore. I have several Fates Warning remasters that came out through the years, and I won't listen to the originals anymore because the remasters are far superior. And this one is no exception. So check this out. If you haven't heard Fates Warning, you don't like them or whatever, never heard them, never heard this album, check out this album, Fates Warning Parallels, in the heavies. Okay, next. All right, so next, I just got this, man. Speaking of King's X, you can find Ty Tabor remasters, and this is Ty Tabor Moonflower Lane. I mean, dude, was there a better 5-album run in the 90s than King's X? Did anybody have a 5-album run in the 90s? I mean, good God, dude. Like Faith, Hope, and Love, right? This fourth one, Dog Man, Ear Candy, Tapehead. I mean, does it get any better than that? And this one came out at the tail end of the 90s, Moonflower Lane. Remastered. I didn't know what to expect from this. He had a bonus track. He put that song "Had to Move" from that first album he did, which is like the killer tune. So it's awesome to have that on the end of it. And this is fat and full, man. This is a huge remaster, man. This was a big upgrade, man. It was almost pushing the bass limits on some points. But this is a great sounding remaster, man. Ty Tabor, Moonflower Lane. It's pretty easy to find, man. You should definitely check this one out. It's awesome. Moving on here, I wanted to come to this one, Faith No More, Angel Dust. This is the greatest Faith No More album that there is, hands down. Now look, this one. This is the deluxe anniversary edition. They have one for this one. This is King for a Day, Fool for a Lifetime, which is like, this is a 1A and 1B thing for me too. I could not find this one. It's impossible to find, but I wanted to get it because this is a killer package, man. They have one for The Real Thing. They have one for, you know, Angel Dust. And they have one for this one too, which I'd really like to get, but you can't find it. But this, by far, this is the go-to Faith No More for me, man. This is, okay, so Mike Patton joins the band for the album before that, right? The Real Thing. But The Real Thing was already written. So he just kind of came in. He was the new singer and just came in and sang stuff that was already done. This one, he got to take part in the creative process. So now it starts to sound like Mr. Bungle. And speaking of great album runs, how about Mr. Bungle, dude? I mean, those 3 albums in the 90s, holy shit, dude. I mean, what can top that? What can possibly be in the same atmosphere as those 3 albums? This one comes close. Definitely the best Faith No More album that sounds like Faith No More, because this one has a different guitar player. And, Jim Martin left the band. Jim's sound is so huge, man. He's got the greatest freaking super Marshall crunch, loud ass sound, and it's so crunchy. And he's such a riff master, man. He's like Tony Iommi. So these guitars on this remaster are freaking huge, dude. And that's what gives Faith No More their signature sound, without a doubt. This one, well, on this album, they had another guitar player, and it just happened to be the guitar player for Mr. Bungle, Trey Spruance. He's not even listed as a band member on here. He just came in and did the guitar. So this, to me, is more like a pseudo Mr. Bungle album than Faith No More, because this sounds like Faith No More. This does not. But this has some of my favorite Faith No More songs on it. This is a killer album. I just kind of think of it as Mr. Bungle and not Faith No More. But this one is huge, dude, and it is worth getting, man. I had to get this one from Canada because it's kind of expensive if you find it around here, but this was pretty cheap, man. I got this for like 25 bucks. Got the bonus stuff, the live and all that kind of thing. Plus, they added Easy on the end of it on the album. The Easy Like Sunday Morning cover. That came out later, like on an EP. It wasn't on the original album, but they tagged it on the end of it, which makes it just perfect. It's a perfect album, man. The ones after this, they got like another guitar player, like that Album of the Year, and the one that came out later, the Soul Invictus, that was like the same dude. I just didn't like either one of those, to be honest with you. They didn't do anything for me. Certainly not like that, and not like that. These are the Faith No Mores you need to have. But Angel Dust, this is one of the best, man. One of the best albums of the 90s for sure. Moving on, talk about a big player for me, huge player for me. Talk about this one right here, Green Day Dookie. I mean, this album was huge for me. Big Duke Frank, Mike Granite. I mean, I lived and breathed this album when it came out. This is the greatest, man. I didn't know it was remastered, but it's a whole box set which has 4 CDs. It has the album remaster. It has the bonus, outtakes and, live or different recordings and stuff like that. And 2 discs of live shows. One is the Woodstock 94 debacle, and then there's another show from some other place in 94. But this is badass, man. It's got little trinkets in there too, like little stickers and shit. This is like the coolest thing ever. I didn't know they had it. But the remaster is right there, buddy. Right there. Perfect. Just a little bit louder, just a little bit more, I don't know, got a little bit more oomph to it. It's beautiful, dude. And it was so much fun to listen to this again. I haven't listened to this in so long. And man, put it on, dude. I mean, I still knew every word to it, every one of them, every single song on here, man. This was, gigantic for me, dude. I listened to this on a loop. But definitely pick up the remastered anniversary box, dude. You will love it. Whew. That one was fun. Coming up, I kind of got to do these together. So in the 90s, there was Soundgarden. And this one, Super Unknown, doesn't get any better than that, dude. I know, people will say Bad Motorfinger, and, I'm not gonna say anything about that. That was my introduction to Soundgarden, and it's a killer album. I will probably get that remastered, but this one was mine. Every song, start to finish, everything about this album is perfect. The greatest Soundgarden ever. And it doesn't bother me the hits. They don't bother me at all. I can listen to Spoon Man, Black Hole Sun, Fell on Black Days. I don't care. They still, I love them to this day. And this remaster is absolutely beautiful. It's just perfect, man. Sonically perfect, man. I swear, after listening to these CDs from the 90s, man, I'm telling you, the 90s was the sweet spot for recording, man. The sweet spot, because it was, just transitioning into digital. You didn't have all the tools of fakery going on like you do now, and everything is still a live feeling, and it feels, you feel it. It's not like today. A lot of music I hear today sounds sterile because it's so perfect. The recordings are just untouchable. I mean, beautiful, especially metal. But in metal, like new metal, to me, I mean, it sounds like everybody's using the same plugin. Everybody's got the same drum sound. Like I did this the YouTube wormhole, just checking out bands that I've never heard of, or bands that I've heard of and never heard, that sort of thing. Just going down the wormhole, and god dang, dude. I mean, especially in like the symphonic metal stuff, dude, is like it's not only just the same formula, but it's the same sound. It's got the same guitar sound, the same drum sound. And like, I can't tell who's who. Like you can play 18 songs for me back to back, and I'd never be able to tell you who it was until the vocals came in, if I even knew the vocalist. It wasn't like that back in the day. I mean, some of the old schoolers today, they're keeping it real. They still have a signature sound to them, but back in the day, man, you knew a band by their sound. I mean, when the guitars started up, you knew who it was. You knew it was Metallica. You knew it was Megadeth. You knew it was Van Halen. Today it's all just like, I don't know, generic plug-in AI whatever. Now, I mean, is our amps a thing anymore? I don't know. I mean, is cranking up an amp, is miking an amp a thing anymore? I don't know. Doesn't sound like it. But anyway, my point was, this is a killer remaster, man. And this is the best Soundgarden album that there is, in my opinion. Now, I'm not going to argue about it. I'm just saying, this is mine. And I wanted to pair it with this, the Chris Cornell Euphoria Morning, Morning, as opposed to when it came out, it was Morning, Morning, which I don't understand, because Morning is a very, very good description of this album. And this was one of those ones that came out at the tail end of the 90s, and this is when I am deep into this, when this comes out. And man, I'll be honest, I had to put it down. I listened to it. I was expecting, Soundgarden, but it wasn't. It's not anything like Soundgarden. And it took me a minute on that one. That was a good test of my my open mind, because I didn't immediately dig this like I thought I would. But I came back to it relatively quickly and realized how genius that it really is, man. And I mean, this being his first solo album, if you listen to this and then you listen to the last one that he did, man, you can really get a good snapshot of his mental health, without a doubt, man. And him committing suicide, man, I can feel it in his music, even through Soundgarden stuff, man, all through his entire career, the Audio Slave, everything. You can feel that underlying vibe. And it's very apparent on this. I think this is as transparent as you can get as a songwriter. But it's amazing. And it came out here recently where they have the name spelled correctly, and it's remastered, and it is just beautiful, man. A beautiful album, dude. If you've never heard this, I encourage you to check it out somewhere, somehow. Because especially if you like Soundgarden, or, Chris Cornell and all that, and you haven't heard this, man, you are missing out, dude. Check it out. Moving on. Oh, well, I'm going to have to do these as a pair as well. Big one for me, dude. Alice in Chains' Dirt. this was the masterpiece, man, without a doubt. You know, this is the Gold Series remaster with the correct song order and tracking. Um, this is hard remaster to find, man. It was always in, or was only in the box set, the huge box set edition thing that they did, anniversary box. And they did like a quick run of like a Gold Series, like remaster of the album. That's what they use in the box set version, and it's just hard to find the actual Gold Series one, which I found, and it's badass. It's everything you would expect it to be, man. It's more proof, like I said, that the 90s was the sweet spot for recording, because this thing sounds amazing, man. I mean, you got to have a great recording to have a great remaster, you know? And this is like, how does this album get any better? Well, remastered, it does. It gets better. And the one I wanted to pair this one with was Mad Season, Above. Mad Season was, of course, Lane Staley from Alice in Chains, and guitar player, Mike McCready from Pearl Jam, and then couple dudes. I don't know if they're both from the Screaming Trees or what, but the singer for the Screaming Trees sings on Long Gone Day, the song Long Gone Day, which is like one of the best songs on the album. This, man, this is the deluxe edition that came out remastered. It has a bunch of new other songs on it. Unfortunately, no Lane Staley. It was all the dude from Screaming Trees that sings the bonus songs. But the original album, remastered, is, I mean, dude, if you have not heard Mad Season, you have got to check this out, man. I mean, this was a gold album. I mean, this was not like overlooked. I mean, this was a gold album, man. This got some traction, and it should have, man, because it's genius, man. And you talk about a live album, man. This is a live album, and you can absolutely feel it and hear it. Some overdubs, of course, but you know, the meat of it is all live, and it shows, man. And it is, I mean, it's a masterpiece. I mean, start to finish, masterpiece. Always love this. This deluxe one it includes the DVD of the Live at the Moor concert that I have on DVD when that came out a long time ago. Plus, it's got more live on it as well. So this is, I mean, if you can get the deluxe edition, man, Mad Season, Above, a definite big player for me in the 90s, along with this one. I mean, Facelift I liked, you know, obviously, you know, but everybody knows that Dirt is the masterpiece. And it certainly shows in the sound quality and the songwriting and everything about this. So pick it up. If you can find the Gold Series remaster, pick it up, dude. And most definitely make sure you pick up Mad Season. If you haven't heard this, man, you have to hear it. Right. Hey, look, another huge player for me. Huge in the 90s. Stone Temple Pilots, Purple. This, or I like to call it 12 Gracious Melodies, because it's got that hidden track on it. This one, I mean, another one, dude. Perfect album, start to finish. I love this. I still have visions of me cranking this up in my apartment, probably annoying everyone around me. I mean, day after day. I mean, this album it's perfect. There's nothing wrong with this album. There's nothing, no filler on this. So Stone Temple Pilots, Purple. I mean, I can't recommend the remaster enough. If you like this album, you should definitely check out the remaster, because it does give it a very solid boost all around. So I guess it's time to talk about some of the ladies of the 90s. I think my favorite 90s singer-songwriter woman is Sheryl Crow, dude. Sheryl Crow, I loved her from the beginning too. I always remembered her. I always paid attention to her when she came on, you know. And like my favorite album from Cheryl is not a 90s album. It was later in 2002 or something. Come On is the album. That's my favorite Sheryl Crow. It's epic. It's like hands down my favorite. Um, Remasters of Sheryl Crow are hard to find too, man. Like the first album I found remastered, but everything else is like I don't know if they need a remaster really because they all sound, I mean, top notch anyway. But another lady from the 90s was this one, Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill. Now, I'll be honest, um, not a big player for me whatsoever in the 90s. I never really paid attention to Alanis Morissette at all. I mean, I liked uh, You Learn. I liked that song. And Ironic, I really liked that song. But other than that, I didn't really pay attention to her because, I mean, she always struck me as like a psycho, weird, ultra feminist chick with like 8 months of growth in her armpits or something. That was my impression. I didn't pay much attention to it. I didn't know anything about her. I did not appreciate this album until much later. But this and the remaster too, man. This was the 20th, I think, and this is the 20th anniversary because they just did the 30th last year, and it's like one of those original master recording things. It's like ultra expensive. So I went with the 20th anniversary edition, which is fantastic, man. It's got a great sound. I mean, the original is great. This is a lot thicker than the original. I just, from my point of view, I wish it had, in some of those songs, man, I really wish it had some heavy ass guitars, like the Cranberries, right? Like when you listen to Zombie, how those guitars just, or Creep, like Radiohead, just something. To some of those songs, I think they could have benefited from a heavier guitar. Like You Ought to Know, especially. But a couple of songs on here, man, could have really benefited from some heavy ass guitar. But this album is so amazing to me, man. I mean, it's a good thing I didn't get into it till a little bit later because I don't think I would have appreciated it as much. But it's so raw, man, and brutal, and it's like a one-off in her catalog, man. This is like a streak, a comet in the sky, magic bottled up, and it's so freaking honest, is really what it is, because it's just so dark and sarcastic, and she's just, I mean, you can just feel it in this album, man. And if you can't, I picked this up too, man. They did this like 10 years later. This is a Jagged Little Pill acoustic, and it's not just acoustic. I mean, it's just toned down, and there's no harmonies on the vocals. It's just a straight live track, And man, if you really, want to understand the depth of these tunes on here, man, you should really check that out because you can feel it on here, man. It makes a lot more sense on this one. And plus on the remaster, it's got a bonus track that goes into a hidden track, which is the song, I don't even know the name of the song, but she sings it. It's just an a cappella track of her singing. I'm like, wow, that is really cool. But on here, there's a full band version of that song, and it's really, really cool, man. I really, really love it. And this is man, I gotta tell you, man, it's a goosebump album, man. It's got moments that they just grab you, dude. Highly recommended, man. Another lady from the 90s is this right here, Jewel, Pieces of You. Believe it or not, this was actually a pretty big player for me in the 90s. It really was, man. I really loved this album because most of it is just acoustic and vocals, or just a piano and vocals. Got a couple of the hits on here that you know, and they're great songs, but it's the acoustic stuff, man. This is so emotional, and unlike the Alanis, you know, that's like dark and sarcastic. This is like, you know, honesty and like sadness. This is a sad album, and you know, it's because my love for sad music, I think, is, you know, why I was instantly mesmerized by this when I heard it. And I mean, I had this from the beginning. Gina got this when it came out, and I was addicted to it, man. I love this thing, and I got the double disc anniversary remaster that has more of that live acoustic stuff that she did in some coffee shop, you know. But I didn't know what to expect from a remaster of this, because this, you know, it's basically just acoustic and vocals. But it's beautiful, man. It's a beautiful album, and it is so sad, man. I mean, I have let out some tears on this album through the years. It's hard not to, man. It's so honest, man. It's so emotional. The way she sings is so emotional. I mean, it's as real as it gets. And this was actually a pretty big deal for me in the 90s, man. I really, really loved this. So there's a 4-disc version of this anniversary set, and there's a 2-disc version. Get one of them, dude, or get the original. Check it out. If you haven't given this a nice solid listen, man, you should really check it out. Here's another one that wasn't really big for me in the 90s at the time, and I always liked them. This is the Smashing Pumpkins, Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. I mean, top 5 name for an album of all time, Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. Fucking awesome. This is a double album. This is like the Smashing Pumpkins White Album. Oh man, dude, like, you know, I always liked the Smashing Pumpkins because they had, you know, his vocals are just so sarcastic and the guitars are so heavy. So I always kind of liked them. I just never really got into them, you know, until a little bit later, and I got this album, and just, man, this is this is the best Smashing Pumpkins, man. It's all over the place. It's so freaking. It's got like grunge, punk, metal. I mean, it's brutal, dude. And a double disc, man, and man, it sounds so good too, man. It's so crystal clear. I mean, I've never had it on anything but like cassette. So this remaster was like a mind-blowing experience for me in the heavies, man. It was, oh man, if you haven't heard this album, certainly you've heard this album, haven't you? Everybody's heard this album, right? But if for some reason you haven't, man, pick this up and just sit through both discs, man. I promise you, it's the Smashing Pumpkins White Album. Well, it is a vampire. And I guess we'll end the day today. I got to do a double shot here. I have to run these together. Found this remaster. Actually, both of these are both the high quality Super Japan CD Remaster Series, the 90s rock edition of the Japan Super High Quality CD Edition Remasters. Extreme 3. 3 sides to every story. Yours, mine, and the truth. The world could learn a lot from that statement these days. This one right here is a masterpiece, the Extreme masterpiece. With Extreme, for me, man, when they first came out, I thought, yeah, you know, it's another hair band with a good guitar player, you know, whatever. And then Extreme 2 came out, and I went, there's a little bit more to this band. And I became an Extreme fan from the second album. And then this happened. A freaking grand masterpiece, dude. And it sounds so good. I just got done listening to this today. This sounds so freaking killer. And speaking of this, okay, my buddy Steve Zuby was adamant for so long. He was adamant that there was another song on here that wasn't on the disc. And he would never stop talking about it. He was just, he was adamant about it. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, dude. Turns out there was another song that was on here that was only on the cassette version and the vinyl version, and it wasn't on the CD for time constraints reasons. And they didn't want to cut anything else out of the album, so they cut that. And that came out. He bought there was an EP that came out that had that song on it and some other things. And so I finally got to hear that, and I was like, okay, well, that's cool. I mean, and I understand, man. If I'd been listening to an album this whole time and I heard me listening to it and was like, hey, man, where the hell's the other song? You know, I would probably be, you know, annoyed by that too. But it makes no difference to me because I've never heard that song, and I wasn't used to hearing it. So this is all I've ever heard, and this is a beautiful masterpiece. Start to finish, man. It just, I mean, huge. I couldn't get enough of this, dude. I played this to death in the 90s. And the other one I wanted to pair with this was Nuno. Nuno from Extreme, of course. The great Nuno Betancourt, Schizophonic. This, again, is a super high quality, one of the 90s rock remasters from Japan. I had no idea this had a remaster. But when this came out later, in the 90s. I was expecting, you know, a Guitar Hero shred fest, you know, a Nuno, dude. You know, I'm ready for a Guitar Hero album. And it's not. It's like, I mean, it has killer guitar through it, obviously, but this is a very song-oriented album. With Nuno singing all the vocals, you know, and doing everything. And, man, I tell you, it's like, I don't know, man. It's like Weezer and Nirvana. I mean, I think that's the best way to describe it. I mean, it's like a cross between Weezer and Nirvana. It's like, dude, if somebody wanted to know what music was like in the 90s, just give them this. This is a snapshot of the 90s. I mean, it's got grungy songs on it. It's got, you know, heavy songs, you know, punky songs. It's got straight up rock songs on it, ballad, you know. But it's killer, dude. And it's nothing like you would expect from a Nuno solo album, man. And I love this. I mean, once I figured out what it was, I mean, I fell in love with it, dude, because there's catchy tunes on it, man. I mean, there should be more traction to this album than there was, man. This should have made a bigger statement. And it sounds amazing. It has a bonus track on it, too, so I've never heard that, you know. So, yeah, this was definitely a great pickup, man. I had to get both of these from Japan. So they came from the motherland of incredible music, at least the sound of incredible music, because every single one of these high-quality Japan CD remasters that I've gotten have been, I mean, top-notch, dude. Just the greatest sounding music you will ever hear. But anyway, so that's going to wrap up my 90s excursion this time. And I swear the next time I'm going to do a show on something else. I'm probably going to do that guitar player show. I've been wanting to do that for a long time. So that will probably be the next show. But thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. There's all kinds of other things over there, over here. Not just me talking about shit. Make sure you go support me on Bandcamp and check out those Toast remasters too. And buy you some Heavy's headphones. Make sure you get these. Till next time, hippies.
My face looks like a glazed donut.